Now, the last few days, I think I released my film that was trying to document or at least talk about the problems we are facing in this industry of ours. But you see, that's just one small fraction of the entire puzzle, a small piece of it, so to speak. Now, solutions are there, they're abundant. It is the will that is lacking, in my estimation at least. It's the will that is lacking. Now, first of all, there are no gatekeepers in film industry anymore. This industry worldwide has been liberalized, so to speak. It means that as many people as possible have access to the knowledge and resources to produce films. Now, what does this mean? This means, of course, that they should, in concept at least, there should be a lot more films. There should be a lot more competition. And hopefully there should also be a bigger market base or fan base, if you like. Okay? So, shida tunayo, and I think it's very hard for a lot of people to just take the information for what it is and apply accordingly. Because like this November and I believe December, I think I've seen about 3 or 4 movies that are to be released at this time. Well, I guess you could say they're trying to cash in on when people are not, they're going on holidays and they're more likely to go watch. I don't know. I don't have the data to show me that that's accurate or that works. It might as well be working. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm a bit ignorant of that. Sorry, there's noise as usual. We've opened the door behind there. So, as far as I'm concerned, I just knew about this film, say, in the last couple of weeks, maybe a week, and I think most of my following or people who follow me and I follow them are people from the film industry, Kenya. So the fact that something can go and just get released without me knowing, for example, I'm not saying I must know, but the fact that I don't know means there's something is lacking there in terms of the promotion of it. Somebody was talking about how we need specialized, marketers and distributors and whatnot. I mean, fine, but you see, I don't think we understand that it starts with the product. I think because this particular aspect of this hurts a lot of our feelings, we don't want to address it. Don't you think this product has been out here long enough? For a few years, at least there's been a number of Kenya films out here. There's sort of a trend if you look at it, the kind of films that we are releasing. I don't know either it's the marketing, I don't know if it's the story or both. Whatever the case, people do watch Nigerian films which are not particularly well shot or even edited and whatnot, or color or whatnot. But trying to explain why they enjoy that or whatever story is being told, it can only be the story, what type of story it is. So, like, for example, I just came across a cinema called Mono to mean one. In our case, if you're not Kenyan, in Kenya we call Form 1s, that is the first year of high school. Form 1s, Mono. Now, everybody who's gone through the system knows what that is, the bullying, so to speak, the ridiculous asks, the whatnot, and what. So this film, it seems it's going to be exploring that. So I'm going to do a reaction of the trailer. I wanted to do it today, but this week has been bad with our power suppliers. Jesus, I wish I can just be paid. No, I don't wish that. Anyway. Sorry, because Kenya Power have been giving us hell. you can hardly sit down and do something on the comp for an hour to a couple of hours before the power is gone again. And anyway, the rains always expose our weaknesses. So anywho, solutions lie with, there's quite a number of things that can be done, but for an industry like ours, because a lot of people have tried many things, but the truth of the matter is most of those things have not worked. And I think it's because we've missed the ball in terms of what Kenyans actually want to watch. I've seen all manner of foreign films watched here, all genres, all types, watched here, make good money. I've seen that. So there must be something in the storytelling, don't you think? Why are we not challenging, say, our viewers maybe with better stories? I know most people think, I had someone once say that there are good movies around, and I was asking them which ones. Because there has to be an honest assessment about the product. And in my estimation, the way us, the Kenya film industry, should work is by doing fewer than Nigeria. I'm not saying fewer than, because I don't believe we are that kind of market where you just produce, en masse and then capture an audience. I think that has failed even in Tanzania with their Bongo films. So it's not in Nigeria, and it's because they have a ridiculous population that they can pull that off. So I think it's fewer quality films that are marketed well. I mean, basics. But on the matter of quality films, what do we mean by quality films? Did I mean that because you used a gimbal and did tracking shots, then it feels very basic to me when people think about things in that way. Because a good story is watched whichever way it is shot and enjoyed. I found that to be truer than having a quality film that's a bad script that's liked. Do you understand? So the solution first, sort out this writing thing. If you're just learning, maybe you're in your early 20s or whichever the case, if you've never written before and you just come here and then suddenly like, yeah, I can write, I think of stories, like, you can't. And it's always so obvious when you look at a lot of these, like our TV series, they are. You can just tell that the quality of writing, dialogue, the plot, it's very dilute and repetitive. So I'm just saying we are wanting in the writing department, and I think it's the wrong people in those jobs. There are many novelists out here who can write great stories, but people don't want to pay for that level of writing. Personally, I can write some scripts. I have, but I don't consider myself like good enough to write a script for the world, for example. Not yet. I write as much as I can to be able to try and build that, but I think it's also an innate talent that you sharpen. So maybe you test and find out. But many people don't have very good assessment of their abilities. So it is it's after people have hurt your feelings for so long that you realize you're not really making good money from it. Then you realize, okay, wachani na. But I think we sort out the writing. If you're independent, you start small. If you have not really been around for long, do a number of short films, learn what it costs, how to get locations, good actors. Just go through that process. Don't rush. And then, and I was telling you see now, Mono, for me, I'll be more interested in watching this movie Mono than, say, the gangster movies. Like, fine, they're there, but for me, I tapped out, as I said, siko baya. But otherwise,
subscribe to Alboa Cinema.